Hello.
Hey. No echo today?
No echo today. No echo. Hello.
Excellent.
How's it going?
The Gauntlet is back
with another Gauntlet.
We're gonna play some games that don't involve dark tidings on both sides of the board. Very exciting. Very exciting.
Yes. Jack Nicholson nodding dot gif.
I'm very happy about that. Reminder, bracket is live. Go put your predictions in before Sunday. Sunday.
And
we'll start that.
You'll predict the whole bracket, but you'll only need the winner.
It will be 12 streams exactly.
Ah.
So, 1 month of streams.
Yeah.
We started on, that's the 15th?
Yeah,
so
we'll be done by Gen Con.
We will be done.
By Gen Con?
It'll be really close. And if we could probably try to finish it before Gen Con. We might
put an extra stream in there.
Yeah. Which would probably be worth.
Yeah.
Just to try to have that capstone kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
After Gen Con, we'll probably do a large bracketed multi-set tournament for our Keyforge content.
So we can go play other sets some more, other than Dark Tidings.
Yeah.
Which I'm super stoked to do.
I want to play some Coda and some AOA and some Squad.
Your cards do what they say that you're gonna do in Coda, right? Like
yeah. Alright, let's get the games.
You have to sometimes you have to take chains to get your cards to actually do anything that you want them to do in this set. Mirvagig is the TTR favorite to win the tournament. It's at least
it's the most fun deck we have.
It's the most fun deck to play. Frant. Thank you, Frant.
Coda deck just won our Chainbound event this week, so still got. Coda.
Coda's
gonna have legs forever.
The thing about Coda decks, it's crazy because you'll be surprised at how big the creatures are in that set. Sometimes, right? Because you got cards like Dodge. They don't make Shadows creatures that are 5 power that fight anymore.
Yeah,
right?
Dodger is sweet.
They don't. And you've got you'll play a table full of Brobnar, and it's all 5 and 6 power creatures. So yeah,
still one of my favorite decks is actually both of my favorite Coda decks are Brobnar Sanctum Shadows. And so, because there's the one Innkeeper, I believe it is, the Innkeeper that entwines coalitions with 3 Dodgers, and it's got all the fight out of house stuff. It's got Anger Chieftain, and it's got the Sergeant Zakiel.
Oh, and I think that was something else in Coda that I was looking forward to them using in future sets was the utilizing creatures from other houses during other turns.
And this set does that, but it's all in Star Alliance.
Right.
You know? It's all in Star Alliance.
I guess Dyke Spy Master was reprinted, but still, it's just one of those where I don't know. It feels like you should have feels like it should be at least one card in every house to use something else, right?
Yeah. So we'll see if Mirvagig can get a winning record against the Gauntlet. We were looking at past Gauntlet records. I thought that Venus did bad in the Gauntlet, but we went back and looked, and it was 4-1. I think that was our only 4-1. So far, we've not had anything go 5-0 against the Gauntlet. I don't know that we ever will, as long as Confage is in the Gauntlet.
I think it's just the nature of the Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Right.
They're some of our best decks.
You may even be favored in a matchup,
and it could go wrong.
And something could go wrong.
I think Venus was close to being able to 5-0 it. Based on the clip we checked out earlier.
I think there was I think there was a chance. I think I had to draw something specific. Because what's the key cheat in Venus?
It's got Keyfrog and it's got the Obsidian Forge.
Okay. I think it was maybe Obsidian Forge.
Yeah,
I think
I was trying to conceive Obsidian Forge. It was gonna be tough, but
we literally just reviewed that video because we were debating what the record was. So,
do we roll?
Yeah, I won the roll.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, Mirvagig.
Arcus Rex. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. This does have treasure map, but it's also got TMTP. So like it's got library access, but library access is gonna chain me for a while.
Yeah.
If I T1 treasure map and like discard Moon Cursor and hold TMTP, then I'm extra chained. So like I think we'll just try again.
Try to get like a more fluid hand.
Yeah, I think that hand's just too clunky.
I'm on the verge of tossing mine back, but I think I keep it. I think it's like too good to throw away here. I'll play Theory of Conjecture and just archive the top two.
Also, thanks to everyone who watched the Descent stream Monday. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Descent was a lot of fun.
I look forward to actually playing through the campaign now.
Yeah, if somebody's here specifically for Keyforge stuff and was maybe looking at Descent, I think our video does a pretty good job of showing off what's cool about the game. So,
I threw away the guaranteed treasure map. It felt so clunky.
It's like treasure map and nothing else. Treasure map when you're going first is totally fine, but against a deck like Mirvagig where it's like I go first, I play something. And then Justin generates 4 amber, and then I go and I play 6 things, and Justin has nothing on the board, and is looking at like
play Spectral Tunneler and Fogify.
Yeah, so you may find that hard to believe, but apparently people that review things online have agendas of their own.
When you looked at the Descent Board Game Geek reviews leading up to its release, when the game was not playable yet, and it had like 200 reviews, and a lot of them were 1 star and said the art sucks, and it's just 1 star for a board game review. I don't like the art. This is $200.
You're telling me that Descent, having not played it, is a worse game than like Kino? Like what? Okay.
I don't think it's for everybody, and I think that you should watch some content and see if you might like a game like that.
Yeah, I mean it's just got a good like table presence.
Yeah.
A game that I played really early on was Warhammer Quest. Warhammer Quest inspired by Heroescape, or Hero Quest. Stuff like that. The dungeon crawler board game has come a long way, and this feels like another evolution of that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna say Untamed. I'm gonna play World Tree. I'm gonna play Cross Porpoises, and I will raise the tide.
Have fun with that forever.
I will play All Tied Up. And then I will play Chelonia, and it is your turn. I will draw for.
Yeah, the idiots who are giving bad reviews for these are untested designers. Like, I made a point
in those cases, I'm like, put up or shut up, dude. Like, if Eric Lang walks into the Board Game Geek reviews and was like, I don't know, this game doesn't flow that well, maybe listen to Eric Lang because he's got a lot of design credits.
But if random guys are like, I don't recognize these designers. Like, okay,
yeah, and
does that make the game bad? No. Did people still back Gloomhaven on Kickstarter during its first launch when Isaac Shoulders had not designed any other games? Yes, they did. Did they spend more than $100 on Kickstarter? Yes, they did.
If people didn't like new things, we would only listen to like music played through like bone flutes or something like that. It doesn't.
Adam Poots, exactly. Again, and Kingdom Death raised more than $2 million, I think, on its first Kickstarter, and $12 million on its second Kickstarter.
And no, I have never heard a complaint about anime titties in that game. Okay,
for some reason, they're probably
reason.
Nature's called Chelonia.
For some reason,
I'm gonna play the Fertility Chance.
Okay, I'll get to.
Look, that artist likes one thing, two things. I'll play Regrowth.
Pairs of things.
And do Fairy.
Okay. My turn. I am going to put my archives into my hand. I am going to say... I am going to say... Logos.
There are some sexy himbos in that game, too.
I will BDQ the Dew Fairy. I'm gonna discard Mind Bullets. I am going to discard the Bill Jordan. I am going to play Eddie in Archive. Actually, well, I'm gonna play Think twice. I'll copy the Theory Conjecture and archive 2 more.
You ever heard Himbo before?
Himbo? Man, Himbo really made the rounds, like, I want to say 2 years ago. And then I'm gonna play another Eddie and I'll archive another card. I actually wanted to...
You want to tax me?
I wanted to tax you the full amount because I think you've got a pretty good chance of just killing both Eddies and then forging anyway. But I didn't have, like... If I play both Eddies, I go to... Your key cost goes to 10. If I play one Eddie and...
You couldn't do it with playing both of them.
Yeah, I couldn't get the full amount. I could only get one, so I'd much rather just draw, right? I think I can have like a proactive game plan and be fine off.
I'll stay on team. I'll play Vigor. I will play the Common Cold. And I'll play an Ancient Bear. Your turn.
All right. I am actually faced with some interesting choices here. If I pick up the archives, you will forge. I don't have a way to put anything into the archives. So I think I say Star Alliance here. Do I say Logos and I kill off one of my Eddies to force you to forge for 10? I think that's my best avenue to win, is to say Logos here. I'll have Eddie attack the Ancient Bear. I'll reap with this Eddie. I am going to phase shift Chelonia. Phase shift Chelonia. Okay, and it's your turn. I'll draw 2. Good.
Okay.
I think making you pay 10 there is a win.
I think if you tax Barkus that much, that's a win. All right, I'll say Logos. I'll play a Library Babble, Key of the Adventure, and a Strange Gizmo. Your turn.
Yeah, I will forge. All right, I am going to say Star Alliance. I'm going to put my archives into my hand. I am going to play Together. First card is going to be Chelonia, and I'll get one. Second card is going to be Miliobi, and I'll get 2.
Gorlami TV, thank you for that prime.
Hey, appreciate that.
Appreciate that. Did we thank Frant earlier?
We did. Oh, I thanked Frant.
Okay, thank you, Frant. Also, thank you, Gorlami. There we go. I've thanked both.
I will play Triska and get 2. I will play Shieldulator and get 2. I'm going to discard General Order 24. And I can actually generate like a ton of amber this turn, but I think I lose if I'm playing into too much to protect. If I lean into it too hard here. So I'm just going to have Shieldulator fight Kyo. I will discard this Universal Translator. Now, the static collection array is actually an interesting question here, because if you have two, because this like sort of plays around too much to protect, but also if I play it, you could just take 3 chains, and then too much to protect keeps you off the key for a turn or so. So I'll discard the static collection array. I'll discard this techno babble. We'll just leave it at that. And it's your turn. I'll draw 5. Say check with 7.
Can't say I've sing rehearsal. Oh yeah,
yes.
Cool. I hope you enjoy the Gauntlet when you get to watch it. Yeah, got to keep that voice fresh.
Yeah, we
once Fight Nights come back, whenever that happens.
Is gargling? Are you gargling the prerequisite amount?
Oh boy,
I don't know anything about voice training.
Obviously,
clearly.
I'll say Untamed. I'm gonna fight a Chelonia.
Ooh.
I'm gonna save the pack
to kill
and discard Full Moon.
That felt like a defensive turn.
I think I have lost the heck out of this game. Gargle every day and 10 minutes or more of stupid exercises. Jeez, 10 minutes.
Assault from
the Assault 2, yeah.
Yeah, Assault takes care of it. See you, Roadrunner. I am. Yeah, the bear would die to save the pack after.
Oh yeah. I'm done with that bear anyway.
He did his job.
He did his one job.
Okay, so I am going to say Untamed. I will play Fangtooth. I will play Witch of the Dawn. Get one. I'm actually going to bring back Eddie. I could bring back the other Chelonia, but I'll play Deepwater Druid and get 3.
Assault happens before fight, and before it just does 2 damage to the attacked creature.
Yeah. So
it's elusive just prevents damage from power.
Yeah, it's not particularly well worded on the card, but the comprehensive rules do a better job explaining it. Yeah, elusive applies to the damage in the fight itself. Hazardous and Assault all happen before the fight occurs. I am going to World Tree the other Eddie.
Word.
And
no problem. Yeah, feel free to ask any questions you got.
Your turn. I will draw 2.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't. We've said it before. I'll just go to 6 because I think if I generate like 9 there, it's a.
Say Shadows. I'll play Skeleton Key. I'll play the Asp. I will one last job. The Asp. Steal 1. I will play TMTP. That's like a gas on. I can't play when you're at 5 Amber. I have to hold that.
I was gonna say that is a signal to me.
Lord gifted the sub to Elvin.
Gifting a sub.
Thank you.
Generous. Yeah, we try to make sure. Oh, I'm sorry. Fangtooth would have killed my Chelonia. We try to make sure that we answer questions as they come up. We sometimes mistakenly assume a certain level of knowledge among the people who watch our stream for Keyforge gaming. So if you're ever unclear about something, definitely speak up. We'll be happy to answer that question. All right, I am. Did I just say Logos? Yeah, I'll say Logos. I'll play Hydro Cataloger. And then I'll just play 2 Eddies. I will archive these. I'll play them on this side. Fangtooth smokes the Witch of the Dawn. Your turn. I'll say check with 6, and then I'll draw 5.
I'll say Shadows. I'll play Moon Cursor, and I'll Relentless Whispers it. Your turn.
I am going to say Star Alliance. I am going to play Hawkins. Get 2. I'll discard a Universal Translator. End of the turn, Fangtooth kills Hawkins. It's your turn. I'll draw 2.
I'm out. I'm out of stuff. Barkus doesn't really have Amber control outside of Shadows, so yeah. It wants to gas and be ahead the whole game. Right?
Yeah. Barkus hates playing from behind.
Yeah. Does not do
I think it's another like it doesn't have a key cheat, right? That's one of the major drawbacks with the deck. Hawkins is stupid, Lord of the Winter. Yeah.
If Barkus had just one Santa Claus, whatever.
Yeah. Choda would be insane in Barkus, right? Because you have the regrowths, right?
And Nature's Call.
Yeah. Nature's Call would be good too. And the full moon.
Yeah, it would be insane.
Yeah. If you take out the what would they lose? Because I think the Common Cold is secretly one of the best cards in it.
Common Cold's fine.
Yeah. And I think Vigor is actually not that bad either. I think you just swap out the Dew Fury for
or like one Vigor. Like Vigor is
maybe one Vigor. I wasn't trying to get greedy. I wasn't trying to like
that would be the greediest.
Get rid of the worst card in on
Dew Fury is reasonable though. Good start from Mirvagig, yeah.
Okay,
I'm sorry, this is not.
Vibius.
Yeah, this is the wrong thing. I wrote the wrong thing. Yeah, I wrote the wrong thing. Okay, Vibius.
Yeah, producer. Excuse me, producer.
There, it's fixed.
Ancient Bear? I think Ancient Bear serves a purpose in the deck.
Yeah, there's some things it has to fight.
Like, the Mighty Tiger is real good in that deck.
It is very good. I don't know how many times I've reaped without Dew Fury. Maybe once ever.
Yeah. I think the Dew Fury is probably the worst of the creatures.
Yeah.
If your choice is between a creature that could possibly remove an annoying creature, or one that just like gives an already fast deck just slightly more amber for like using it.
I feel like if Barkus has creatures on the table, it wants to use those to affect the board because it doesn't have other good ways to affect the board.
Yeah.
It's not centered? Okay.
No, deal with it. It's 644 pixels from one side.
Oh man.
It's 727 pixels from the other side. Try to...
Okay. 64, 69, 65, 68... Oh, nope.
Well,
it can never be perfect.
Let's just tell them.
Oh wow, it's perfect now.
Oh, look at that!
This is definitely perfectly centered.
This is if you were to measure the exact pixels,
it would be
from
exact.
One side to the other, you would say, "Man, they did it pixel perfect."
Incredible, actually impressive. Ah. Yeah, and if you would have played the artifact, I think it just puts Barkus further in a hole. Like, imagine Barkus having to take chains there
to
make you forge for 7. So, I think that was probably a fine play.
I just didn't... I mean, how long did you have the 2 minutes to protect? Probably...
most of the game.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you had it most of the game.
Yeah.
It was just one of those where I was like, I don't want to like put myself in a situation where... I could have generated easily another, like, 8 amber that game, like,
which is insane.
I got too many cards there.
11.
This card actually looks really good against that deck. So I'm gonna mulligan, but I just the Opal Knight was really good against those Chelonias. That way you don't have to like go hunting them down. You just let the Opal Knight deal with them.
I think I keep. This is maybe somewhat questionable, but we'll see. We're gonna also get into faster streams too. We should, because
oh yeah,
not
the decks
6
aren't
games guaranteed anymore.
The deck's primary win condition isn't tilting me to the point where I can't see straight to play my cards. Yeah, we want that.
Literally.
Damn. Okay, I'm gonna say Brobnar, Grumpbuggy.
There it is.
Calphine and Blood of the Titans. After not having to get to play with them in the last 2 sets, I miss me some Brobnar.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just love a gigantic creature.
Alright, I'm going to play Logos. I'm going to play Bill Jordan, so I'm going to take the tie with Bill Jordan, and then I'm going to activate the Chelonia after creature. To play another creature, gain 1. I will play Eddie and gain 1, and archive a card. It's probably... Then I'll Bouncing Deathquark, Bill Jordan, and Cal.
Okay.
Your turn.
Alright, I am going to say Sanctum. I'm going to play Opal Knight, who's going to dispatch Chelonia. And then I'm going to play Abade. And it is your turn. I will draw 2.
I'll say Star Alliance. I will... play together for science and think twice. So gain 1 for the think twice. Think twice is going to play, I think. Gain 1 for the BDQ. I'll get Eddie and the Bade. And I'll play Selective Preservation, gain 1, and I'll play Static Collection Array. And I'll say go.
Alright, I am going to say Dis. I'm going to play Binding Irons to make you gain 3 chains. I am going to discard Amber Imp because I think it only punishes me. That deck doesn't really reap. I'll play Streak and Anguish. My Grunt Buggy is going to make your keys cost +2, so you're -1 +2, so your keys cost 7. So I will draw up, and it is your turn.
Say Untamed. I'll play World Tree. I'll play All Tied Up into and all Persistence Hunting for this.
Okay.
Your turn.
Oh.
I'm gonna draw to 4.
Okay. I am going to say Brobnar. I'm going to discard Coward's End. I'm going to play Groggins. And then I'm going to play Gengar Chieftain and ready Groggins. And he doesn't have anything to fight. And what do when you've got 8 power and nothing to fight? You just flex on him. Generate 4. I wish I had the Blood of the Titan still, but it's alright. And your keys are +4, -1, so you'll pay the full 9 right there. And then I will draw.
Alright. Say Logos, pick up the archive. I will play Eddie, archive a card, play Phase Shift for General Order 24. It is your turn.
Okay. I do not forge because of Eddie. General Order 24. So at the start of my turn, I am going to choose Sanctum. My Opal Knight's going to get smoked. I am going to play Maruk the Marked and a Bond. I'm going to play Hadroth's Wall. I'll play Sigil of Brotherhood. And then I will play Equalize. There's nothing else. So I'll say check with 8. I will draw 5.
Explodes for the General Order 24. I will say Star Alliance and pick up archive. Should I just leave it there? I think I should leave it. I will zap the streak for 3.
He's done his job.
Yeah. I'll play this translator on first.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Okay, so I will forge for 6. I am going to choose Sanctum for General Order 24. I am going to say Sanctum for my turn. I'm going to play Prince Derek. So I've got 3 houses. I am going to play One Stood Against Many on Derek to ready him to fight. You don't have anything to fight, so I'm going to reap with Derek. And that is my turn. I'll say check with 7, and I will draw 2.
Alright, the order explodes. I will say Untamed. Play Fangtooth. I will... I'll just discard this Witch of the Dawn.
Yeah.
And I'll use World Tree to put Eddie on top.
Yeah, the Binding Irons streak, I think, is like a huge controlling factor.
Actually, I'll play Witch of the Dawn to get back Shalom.
Okay.
Or to get back Eddie. I'll get back at Eddie. The other Eddie.
I think that's like one of the better plays in the deck is when you can World Tree and Witch of the Dawn, both Eddies.
And Witch explodes.
Alright. I am
Yeah, Binding Irons was rough. Binding Iron streak was just... Oh, yeah, it was rough.
You remember how all of the Dark Tiding decks were allergic to taking chains for the tide? So,
yeah.
Yeah, I forge. That's it. That is something I will do. I will do that. I would start my turn. Forge. Brobnar. One, two, three. Nope. This. 1, 2. I guess I'll go with. I'm torn. I guess I'll say dis. I'll play banish. There's nothing to banish there. I'll play Dust Imp, Tesmal. I'll play Schuler, Reap with Anguish. I was actually tempted to discard Schuler there because this deck has Exhume.
Yeah.
Alright, and it's your turn. I will draw 4.
Okay. Say Logos. Positron Bolt Schuler. The reason I didn't the reason I played the Witch was so I didn't have to kill Derek and get Exhumed. Because that would have been really bad. Yeah. Play Positron Bolt. Play Theory or Conjecture to play the top card of my deck. Shield you later. Play...
I feel like that's a desperation play.
Eddie, the archive a card. And play Mind Bullets for 5.
Okay. So I'll get 2 from the Dust Imp. Groggins takes 5. Literally all of his friends are dead.
And then I'll play this other Eddie. No, I guess I hold Eddie and then let Fangtooth kill Groggins. Yeah. That's it.
Hmm. 2 Ganger Chieftains in here? No, only 1. So I have the Sound the Horns, so I'm having to do the Sound the Horns. Okay, I'll discard the Harder They Come. I'm saying Sanctum for the turn. Discard Harder They Come. Play Blinding Light. I'll play Lion Baltram. And it is your turn. I will draw.
I lose. I play Eddie and it dies my Fang Tooth. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Forced into the no-win scenario.
Not great. Vivius is too strong.
It was
I think Vivius would beat the F at a lot of Dark Tidings.
I think so. I think you're not wrong.
I think it would.
Vivius is like.
Yeah.
Brobnar and Dis are like, we're not in this set, huh? You wandered into the wrong part of town, Dark Tidings. Okay, so I'm on Gig. You're on Luria.
I'm on Luria. We'll see what Luria does. There, it's centered. Perfectly centered every time.
Pixel perfect centered.
I forgot. I haven't even done bets. I'll do a bet now. Dark Tidings lost just now. We won
AOA established supremacy
AOA.
Yet again on this channel.
Incredibly good. All right. Here's a bet for the third game. It was quick. These games are not slow at all.
It's refreshing.
Yeah, it is.
It's fine if the games are long and you have no clue who's going to win the game, but like Dark Tidings, it feels like the outcome is known
for a while, at least in some of the slower matchups.
Because we've seen it in other sets where decks can come back.
Did we not do bets on fight nights? I think we did historically do them on gauntlets.
Yeah,
I don't think we do them on fight nights
because we've got forward momentum on fight nights.
Yeah,
we try to we try to present fight nights as a classic pay-per-view style event. So. But it's been so long since we've done either a gauntlet or a fight night that who could honestly remember.
We did one gauntlet right before the Dark Tidings tournaments. That was 3 months ago.
Yeah, so it was April.
Yeah,
4 months ago.
Yeah, yeah. And fight night was about the same time too.
Yeah,
I think
we did a fight night after. We did fight night with Mirvagig. So we did fight night after we opened some.
Yep.
Did we open Mirvagig in our Canadian lot? I think so.
I believe so. You were first, or I was first?
I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 9?
Yeah.
I will say Starlance. I'll play as the Lay of the Land. All right. Rockford, your turn.
Okay, I am going to say Logos. I'm going to Theory, Conjecture, and Archive 2. I am going to Phase Shift Lonia.
Okay. I could have blown you out real hard this turn. This turn is not going to be fun for you.
What?
But it could have been worse.
Oh. Okay.
I'm going to say Dis. And play Gleeful Mayhem. Play Mark of Dis. Let's play like an Eddie there.
Oh, yeah. No. When I swapped over to Luria mode, it was like, don't ever play something where I can get marked of Dis.
Yeah. Bonesaw is ready for the first time in a long time. I will play a Maleficorn and a Cinder, a Brabble who's got a damage icon.
What is this?
And I'll hit it with armor, and I'll play a Stirring Grave. And I'll reap with Bonesaw. Yeah, it was a
Excuse me?
It was gassed up.
Excuse
Your
me?
turn.
WTF?
WTF the fuck?
uh,
Good news, Code Red. You were the only one that bet on Nathan.
I am trying to get this. Okay. That's okay. So I am going to say dis. I am going to play Fangtooth. I'm gonna persistence hunting for dis. I have this Witch of the Dawn. I think I actually ditch it here because it gives you a mark of dis target. Fangtooth will take out the Brabble at the end of the turn, so I'll lose my Amber. I'll draw 3.
Okay. I'll say Starlands. I just have to blast my creatures with that damage icons. I'll play Particle Sweep. I'll do 2 to the Cinder. I'll hit Bonesaw for 1. Damage icon.
It destroys a mutant if it's. So yeah.
No, the damage icon. The damage icon. The Cinder's not a mutant.
Okay. I was about to say, don't you target the wrong creature over there.
I'll play Ambassador Lou. I'll hit Bonesaw again. I'll play Scout Pete. I'll hit Bonesaw up. This is not card. I'll discard it. Scout Pete. Your turn.
Oh man. Alright, I am gonna say Star Alliance. I'll put my archives into my hand. And I am going to play Static Collection Array. Play Together. To play Bilge Warden to raise the tide so that I can then play the other card, which is gonna be Eddie. Archive. And then I am gonna play Hawkins. And then I'm gonna put a Universal Translator on Hawkins. And then I'm gonna kill Bilge Warden with the Fangtooth. And I will draw 5.
Say this. I will play Maleficorn and blast. I guess I can blast Eddie. So I blast for 3 with 1 damage icon. Doesn't really matter here, but I will.
Keyforge. Oh, I guess you
get
did.
Eddie
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
I'll play Implosion.
Okay.
I'll sacrifice. Blow up the CR Officer Hawkins. I will reap. Cinder will reap. And toss the Bonesaw. Bonesaw is dead.
Bonesaw is dead.
I'm done. Check with 10.
Right. Somehow I ended up with a 2/2/2 hand here. I am going to I'm gonna say Logos. I'm gonna play cross porpoises. I'm gonna choose Scout Pete and Maleficorn. I'll play Meliobi. And then in the turn I'll Fangtooth Ambassador Lou. And it is your turn. I will draw 2, and I have check because of Static Collection, right?
Keyforge. I will say Sanctum. A Salvador, Seeker of Truth, Squire Alice, do 2 to the Meliobi, capture 2, play Champion Anifil, play Gray Rider to ready and fight with the champion. Stormstrong. Tier 1. 33 months.
Does he just Google? Do you Google these jokes before you?
Funniestdadjokes.com.
Do you type in? Do you go to lamau.com?
LOL.org.
I am going to, but we appreciate Storm.
Yeah, thank you. 33 months is awesome.
Yeah, I know we're ragging on you. I am going to play. I'm going to say logos. I'll play Hydra
I'm
Cataloger.
surrounded by dads at work. That'll do it.
I am going to BDQ to kill the Seeker of Truth. I am going to Positron Bolt the Gray Rider.
Dad.lol. Hope that's not a virus site.
I'll play Eddie. I'll archive a card. End of the turn, I'm gonna Fangtooth Squire. I'll say check with 7. I will draw 5.
I'll say Sanctum. The Commandeer. Play Bulwark. Lyco Knight. I'll fight Eddie. I'll reap. I'll let you forge for 5. Stuff that's probably not worth taking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. You can...
Okay. I will forge. Okay, I am going to say Star Alliance. I'll put a Universal Translator onto the Lyco Knight, and then I'm going to select a Preservation. So I'm going to choose 4, 5, and 6. And it's your turn. I will draw 2. Fangtooth kills Scout.
Okay, I'll say I'll say Sanctum. Or, I'm sorry, I'll say Alliance. I'll play Red Alert, and I'll play... No, I can't do that. I'll discard Subdue. I'll play Antony. Shoot my champion in the armor. That's it.
Alright, I am going to say Logos. I'm going to play Science. I'm going to play Think twice. It's actually a tough choice. The thing is, if I get the theory, I'm like fixing to reshuffle. And if I get the theory conjecture, then I feel like I'll miss it. But at the same time, if I archive enough, then maybe I can, because that deck has an Infernus or no?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If I can shuffle fast enough, I won't get Infernus into Oblivion. So that's like part of the reason why I was like thinking about hitting one of my own pips, so that way you don't get it. Whatever. Theory conjecture. I get a archive to purge. And then mind bullets for 4. Science, think twice. Theory conjecture, mind bullets. Fang tooth kills Maleficorn. And it is your turn. I will draw.
Say. Oof. I think I gotta say dis while I can. I'll mark of dis my Antony to kill it. You're gonna. So. Then play this Infernus.
I could hope. I could hope that I could get through before the Infernus hit.
I would love to get your eddies here, but I think I would rather stop the key. I'll get Positron Bolt. And
if you get the eddies, I can't stop you. However, I feel like that deck has bursted as much as it's going to burst.
Right. I am not going to generate Amber very fast to get this third key, so
yeah.
I can't just give away keys at 5 so easily. All right, your turn.
Okay. I am going to say Star Alliance. I'll play General Order 24. I'll put a Universal Translator onto the Infernus, and then I'm going to Technobabble and stun him.
He's dead.
And it is your turn. I will draw 3, and then he dies to the thing.
Yeah.
And then the General Order 24.
Okay. Say Sanctum. Play Champion Anaphil, play Burning Glare. I will play Grey Rider. Ready. Oh, this is captured one. And Reap. I am done. Good Forge for
5.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to put my archives into my hand, and I'm going to say Untamed. I'm going to play the Mysticetti.
It's time.
It's been in the archives since the very first time I put something into the archives, so I'll play World Tree. I am going to play All Tied Up. This is all the Amber Burst and Untamed right here. I'm going to play Chelonia. I'm going to play Meliobi. I'm going to play Gruen. And I am going to Fangtooth the Grey Rider. And I will say check with 6. I will shuffle and draw 2.
Okay, let's say Star Alliance. Play Garcia. Scout Pete. Play Access Denied. Play Observe Emax. I am done.
Okay, so my keys currently cost 7. Plus 2 minus 1. And all right, I am going to say Star Alliance. I am going to play Triska, gain 1. I'm going to play Shield You Later and gain 1. I'm going to play Zap for 3. I'll gun down Garcia. I'm going to put Universal Translator on Shield You Later. Shield You Later is gonna reap. That's gonna let me reap with Meliobi. Actually, I think the winning play is to have Meliobi fight Champion Anaphyl to enrage Scalp Pete and okay. And then Fang Tooth has to kill my Chalu. I will say check with a bunch there.
Can't stop it.
If you drew into like Antony, you could steal all of it and then like generate. And if I didn't have an answer, which I didn't actually, so I didn't draw back into Eddie.
That's why I didn't take chains last turn.
Because you knew you were gonna have to draw into.
And you could have just taken 3 chains and taken that exact same turn and been no farther behind.
Yeah,
I didn't even get. I wouldn't have even gotten a Hydra cataloger had I taken the chains for the tide that turn because I had no deck left.
Yeah, it would have been a bad.
That was a good game though. Mirvagig played from behind and came back. I think it's the first time it's done that.
Yeah, you had that insane 6-card dis opener.
Yeah. But you stopped me from going right back into dis, so.
Yeah. That was the goal, at least, right?
2-1.
I think I'm gonna grab a drink before we continue.
Okay.
I made the mistake of not getting a drink, but right before we started. Rookie move.
I got a sleeve check Confage. There's like different shades of blue here. There's some. This is why they make. I forget what sleeves these are. I think these are the Eclipse sleeves, but they made Nathan change his Eclipse sleeves out a couple times. They just get like, they get marked so easily, or they get like scuffed so easily just from shuffling. Judge, where's the judge at? They close the bet. All right, fine. I won't do a bet for this game since no one wants to bet. You didn't have to burn your amber though, Code Red.
Yeah, protect. You're welcome, Code Red. By the way.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta update that thing. Do you see like the discoloration on the bottom of the sleeves? You look at it sideways.
Oh yeah, like that.
Yeah.
I had to swap out sleeves at. I mean, these sleeves have not been changed since 2019.
Dragon Shield dual mats? What's that? What's that?
Are they like matte on the inside as well?
Whoa. Are they matte faced?
Are they non-glare?
You. My new favorite sleeves, yeah. Yeah, I like Dragon Shield mats a lot.
Double sleever. Double sleeving is a conspiracy pushed by
big card sleeves.
By big sleeve.
Big sleeves. Let's see what they got here. Matte dual orchid. Those look sweet. Clear front, textured matte back, fully opaque sleeves with a black interior.
Yeah, so it's like Eclipse, like their version of Eclipse.
Backdrop for black border. That's cool. That's cool. I need to get some of those. Are we buying some of those?
Yeah, it's just like their version of Eclipse then.
Big sleeves. The truth. Yeah. Big sleeve doesn't want you to know.
We're independent journalists, independent games journalists here.
We're gonna get some big sleeve hitmen busting up through the window.
Whatever the equivalent of the Pinkertons is for the big game industries.
Okay.
So like the towns are the best.
Towns are good. I just wish they were 2 millimeters taller.
I think this is a Belgian.
This is gonna be interesting. This deck just probably folds still a lot of stuff in there. A lot of things that happen in there.
Like Gangerdot?
Yeah,
I think you're probably safer against Gangerdot than you think. I think you lose a key to it, and then you're fine. And then you're just trying to dodge the generosity the whole game.
Yeah, but that's the problem.
But the thing is, I think you can. That deck can play in such a way that you don't lose to the Hypnotic Command, though.
That's true. Yeah.
Right? Because you just don't leave a creature on the table for me to Hypnotic Command onto, and you're fine, right? So you may even be able to win through a generosity, in theory. All right. Dusk Chronicles.
Got the God draw.
Not quite. It's not. I could draw 2 cards and it'd be stupid, but this deck is always like 2 card draws away from being insane. So,
Yeah.
I'll archive this, and it's your turn. I will draw 2.
I'll say Starling. So I'll play Shield You Later. Actually, I'll play Triska and Shield You Later.
Onto Triska.
Yeah, and I'll discard Select Preserve. Okay, your turn.
Okay, I am going to say Mars. I'm going to play Stormcrawler and Glixel Proliferator. I'll put a containment field on Triska. I will play Mars Needs Amber. Then I'll discard Hypnotic Command. And it is your turn. I will draw 5.
Say Logos. Positron Bolt.
The Proliferator?
The Stormcrawler.
Okay.
And I will I'll play Phase Shift for a zap, Stormcrawler, and then I'll Mind Bullets for 4. And then I'll play Eddie. Your turn.
I am going to say Brobnar. I'm going to play First Blood. I'll play Lollop, and I'll play Blood of the Titans. You don't have the Tide yet, so...
No.
Your turn. I'll draw.
I'm going to say Untamed. I'll cross Porpoises the Lollop. I take the Tide. I will play World Tree. I think Fangtooth gets discarded.
This deck has a lot of big creatures.
And I think it's just going to murder my Eddies and Chelonies and stuff, so I'm going to discard Fangtooth. I think it makes it tough for me. I'll play Witch. Doesn't have anything to get back, and I'll just Reap with the Witch. Your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna say Shadows. I'll put my archives in my hand. I'm gonna play a Gamgee. Okay, so I have this. All 3 of these cards are getting played. The question is what order. If I Oubliette Eddie and I Nerve Blast twice, you just let me forge.
Yep.
Right?
That's correct.
So I actually think I leave the Eddie alive. I Oubliette the Witch, which I think is a fine... Yeah. It's like a good intermediate pick in that deck. And then I Nerve Blast twice the Triska to death. And it is your turn. I will draw 3.
Okay, I'll say Logos. I'll Reap with Eddie. I will play Phase Shift. Play Persistence Hunting for Brobnar. And I'm gonna think twice the Mind Bullets. With Mind Bullets.
That was how many cards?
4.
4.
And I'm done.
Alright, so I will forge. I figured that worst case you would kill your own Eddie there for me. So what do I think you are? Are you just a garbage card? Or do I think you're a good card?
You know how I like archiving garbage cards? Oh, you have
Merkins.
Merkins, yeah.
I'm gonna say Shadows. I'm gonna Dusk Chronicles. You've got more amber than me, so I draw. I'll play Gamgee. I'll play Merkins. I think I'm just gonna take the top card of your deck. Screw it. Hydra Catalog. Okay, well, it's mine now. And it is your turn. I will draw 2.
Say Untamed. I'll play Chelonia, Miliobi, Ruin. Like playing right into 2 MTP right now. That is all tied up, and I feel like I just want to discard it. I don't want to play that heavy into it. So I'll discard it. All World Tree. Nothing? Do I World Tree anything? Did I get Eddie? I still have to say the game where I just have to let you forge keys to not lose.
Yeah.
Feels like I am. Oh man. It's tough. It's really tough to play this deck against Convage because I do not have a lot of answers, right?
You have to play. It feels like you have to play them exactly perfectly.
And it might be that I just need to play this and hope you don't have TMTB in order to win the game. In order to be able to win the game. So I gotta get ahead at some point.
Right. Since there's no key cheat. If you had like a key frog.
But if you do have TMTB, then you just win. Pretty much.
Well, if I do have the TMTP, you want the Eddie.
Then I do want the Eddie, that's true. That's true. So we'll play all tied up, and I'll put Eddie on top. We'll play as if you have it.
Okay.
Because that's the insurance policy. All right, yeah. That's it.
Alright, I do.
Okay, good. So there you go. At least you don't get to activate Gamgee.
Now I'll do a Fight Chelonia. I think Fight Chelonia is correct, just to keep you from generating some amber with it. But that deck doesn't have a ton of Logos creatures. If I Reap, I go to 9. Well, yeah, that's fine. I'll Fight Chelonia. Trade off Merkins. And it is your turn. I will draw one. Say check with 7.
Now do I want you to forge for 7? So I do forge.
Yes.
And then it's time for the Ganger not to come down. I'll say Logos. I will pick up the archive. Say the Eddie and archive a card. Play BDQ for this and this. This and this. And your turn.
Yep. I will forge. I am going to say Brobnar. I'm going to play the Rock Hurling Giant. Gengar Chieftain into Eddie. And I will Drummer Knot. Bounce the Gengar Chieftain 1. Gengar Chieftain 2. Ready Drummer Knot. 2 on the Drummer Knot. 3 on the Chieftain. 3 on the Drummer Knot. 4 on the Chieftain. 4 on the Drummer Knot. 5 on the Chieftain. 5 on the Drummer Knot. 6 on the Drummer Knot. Oh, sorry, 6 on the Chieftain. 6 on the Drummer Knot. Bounce the Rock Hurling Giant. Play Rock Hurling Giant. And it is your turn. I will draw 3.
Play Star Alliance. Play Hawkins. Play Static Collection Array. Play Journal Order 24. Techno Babble.
No, they're all stunned.
Play Translator. Your turn.
And General Order 24 takes care of that problem. Okay, I'm going to say Mars. I'm going to play Orbital Bombardment. I'm going to show you 2 Gun Down Hawkins. I'll play Mother Gun. I'll play Shockworm. And it is your turn. I will draw 3. So you go ahead.
The Star Alliance. Pick up the archive.
Yeah, General Order 24 explodes.
Yeah. Play together for Eddie and Theory Conjecture. Then Translator. Your turn.
Okay, I am going to say Mars. I am going to Mother Gun Eddie for 3. I'm gonna Reap with the Shockworm. I have all this combo stuff right here. I'm just gonna, because I have to show it to you, I'll play the Xanathix Harvester, and then I'll Mars first, because there's no good scaling Amber control on that deck, so
Yeah.
Ready and Reap with the Harvester. The only way you have to stop me is to attack, so I think I just leave the Amber right there. I think I leave the Generosity in hand. I'll draw 2. Tell you to go ahead.
That's it.
It does not feel like a good matchup for Mirvagig.
That's real bad. That's really, 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 really bad.
I think if you have a faster start, I think that's your best option.
Right.
But it felt like you had like a... I had a slow, clunky start, but you were like incentivized to let me forge so that you didn't get... so that it didn't blow you out with like Generosity the whole game.
But then you don't get blown out by Generosity, and then the Ganger Knot comes down.
Yeah.
That's just the Conphage way. Alright. One more Gauntlet matchup. I think Conphage is like on the chopping block Gauntlet because it is too
I think so.
good.
I think so.
It's not really a good
I don't think they're
representation
gonna
of a deck you would see in the wild.
I don't think they're gonna print decks like it anymore,
Yeah.
honestly. Or at least that seems to be the
So I think we look to replace it with the Dark Tidings deck at some point with Unfathomable, and unfortunately,
yeah.
we got to find a good one.
I think so too, because Conphage is fun to play, and I want a reason to play it more often. But at the same time, I don't think it's necessarily like the best Gauntlet representation.
I like.
I mean, I do think so. A lot of the other Generosity decks that you see in the wild aren't nearly as tuned on the Martian side.
Yeah.
Now you might see some that are paired with like Logos or Maybe there's like some dis involved in it. I don't know, but I don't think you're going to see any that quite have the same combo together.
It's tough to say because we don't really have, there's not really a combo deck.
There doesn't seem to be a good like DT deck that really separates itself.
But something with Unfathomable just to get the other new house in there, right?
Yeah.
So and even like that evil twin we have that's still in the tournament might be a good candidate for that because it's like very control-y on Amber and very control-y. I was like the board and it's got Unfathomable. I think it has Unfathomable at least. It would be cool to have an evil twin in the Gauntlet.
Yeah, the problem is we would take out Mars out of the Gauntlet.
We would take Mars out. We'd be totally out. That is unfortunate. We'd have to fight. We'd have to reshuffle, I think, a few things then.
Yeah.
So I don't want to take Mars out.
Yeah, and I don't want to completely dismantle the Gauntlet and build like a new one either.
No, I don't either.
So
I think it mostly works.
Because I think Luria is not 100% indicative of the type of mass mutation decks you would fight in a big tournament, right? Like, I think Venus Ignachop is a better indicator of what you would fight in like an actual tournament, a heads-up tournament. You're gonna play against those really fast, efficient.
Venus might be a contender, but boy, is it ridiculous!
Yeah, but when it draws, it's just like
it's
so fast.
It's like almost unbeatable if it's drawing good.
It just has that 1 in 4 games where it's just like tripping over its own self to.
All right, Gasolina. It's just fun. Just plain old fun.
Yeah.
Plain old fashioned.
It'll be interesting to see. Mirvagig has like. Keyforge is a deck that can lose its creatures every couple of turns, and because there's like always that next impending threat.
Yeah. And
Keyforge was kind of that way, where it was like its creatures were almost too big to be removed by mind bullets. 9, 5. But Luria, on the other hand, you had an initially powerful start, but Mirvagig was able to kill him. I think it was more because of the selective preservation math.
Yeah.
Because like all the stuff was the same size.
Right, yeah. That's just the problem with that deck, I think. That's just the factor of that deck. Alright, I will say Logos and play Wormhole Tech, if you're good.
Yeah. Am I good? I think I'm good. Okay, I'll say Star Alliance. I'm going to play General Order 24, Hawkins, and a Translator. And it is your turn. I will draw 3.
Logos. Play Telltale Vapors. Archive. Play Telltale Vapors.
What a stupid card.
Archive. Play Memory Chip. Or just discard this. Would die the turn order anyway. Yeah, I'll just discard. Your turn.
Okay. Hawkins explodes. I am going to say Logos. I am going to play Theory or Conjecture and Archive too. I'm really excited I don't have the science for this turn.
Yeah. Play all the events.
Because this is going to be stupid. I'm going to think twice the Theory or Conjecture. Archive 2 more. Yep. Yep. Now I'm going to phase shift Witch of the Dawn to bring back Hawkins. And then I'm going to phase shift. I think I just go for the Hawkins. Sure. Why not? And it is your turn. Discard that. And I will draw off.
Say Saurian. Play Odawak. Pterodactyl. Play Legatus Raptor. Play Tribute. I forgot what Tribute did. I'll discard Axiom.
I have never forgotten that card.
Your turn.
Alright, I am going to say Logos. I am going to Positron Bolt. I think the Legatus Raptor could end up in a situation where it just does a bunch of fighting. I'm gonna play Bill Jordan and raise the tide. I am gonna play Eddie, and it is your turn. I will draw for
Star Alliance. Pick up the archive. I will zap the side. For 3, 4.
Logos, Star Alliance, Untamed, Saurian.
So 3, 4. I will play a stealth mode, so no actions.
Excuse me?
Yeah. I will play Galactic Census. There are exactly 3 or 4. Gain 1. It never hits. Never hits. It's 4. I will play Amber Tracker, Science Officer Can, Comm Officer Kirby. You only play Library Pulsaurus, then I'll play a CXO Tabor. Your turn.
Okay, I am going to say Untamed, and I'm going to put my archives into my hand. I am going to play the World Tree. Yeah, I'm going to discard. All tied up. It's unfortunate. But that's the way it happens with the stealth mode. Fortunately, I had a big enough archive, so I think I could fight through the stealth mode and not be like completely backbroken there. I'm gonna play Fangtooth Cavern. I am gonna play Chelonia. I'm gonna play Meliobi. I'm gonna play Deepwater Druin. I am going to play Fight the Witch of the Dawn into CXO Tabor. Tabor, I guess. Fangtooth smokes Can. And it's your turn. I'll see check with 6, and I draw 1. This next turn is gonna be badass.
I'll say Logos. Archive a card. Play Graft.
Ooh,
doesn't do it. I'll play Hapsis Quant. No.
Yeah, I'd love to. If I'm going online to search big anything, it's not follows. I am going to say Star Alliance. I am going to Reap with Hawkins. Oh, I forge.
Yep.
Heck yeah. Alright, I'll Reap with Hawkins. Now, what unholy terror will I wreak on this board? Okay. I am going to play Together so that I can play Science. And then Mind Bullets. So I'll get one for the Science.
For 3?
Yes, for 3. Blow up Chelonia. I'm sorry, Chelonia. He just took a pounding. I am going to Techno Babble. These I am going to selective preservation. I'm going to choose Meliobi, choose Deepwater Druin, choose the Pterodactyl. And then I'll play Triska, and then Fangtooth will kill my Meliobi. And it's your turn. I'll say check with 6, and I'll.
Alright, I'll forge. Say. Saurian. Play Ludo. And stun Dactyl. We have a Ludo Escudum. Library, Polisaurus, this one. I pull Phalanx Strike. Do 2 damage to the Gruin. And I'll just exalt, so shoot Rocketeer for 2 as well.
Okay.
Here's your.
I forge. I am going to say I say unfathomable.
Unfathomable.
Untamed. I'm gonna play Chelonia.
Okay.
I'll play Meliobi. I'll persistence hunting for Saurian. I am gonna reap with Chelonia and Meliobi. Fangtooth kills my Chelonia. And is your turn. I will. Oh, World Tree. And Eddie didn't. Yes, it did. Eddie it is. World Tree and Eddie. Okay, it's your turn. Draw 3.
Play Star Alliance. Play Transport Platform.
Totally forgot that deck had a TP.
Play Skirmish Bot. Play Xeno Training.
Oh, yikes.
For 1.
Yeah. Just your creatures.
Yeah. Your turn.
I need to get rid of this Ludo. I'll say Star Alliance. I'll play Shield Gelator. Shield Gelator is going to pick up a Universal Translator. I am going to zap for 3 into the Ludo. Shield Gelator is gonna reap Meliobi. I'll use Meliobi with the Universal Translator to kill Ludo. That'll enrage the Pterodactyl, but I got a feeling that Pterodactyl is likely fighting anyway if he's used. And then I am going to reap with Triska. And then Fangtooth kills the Shield Gelator. They check with 7, and it's your turn. I'll draw 3.
So Logos, archive a card. Play Daughter. Play Crazy Killing Machine. Play Eddie. Archive a card. Your turn.
Okay. I am going to say Logos. I'm going to play a Hydro Cataloger. I am going to play an Eddie and Archive. I'm going to reap with this Eddie. Then I am gonna BDQ both Eddies. And then Meliobi and Pterodactyl. And I'm gonna play another Eddy. And I will reap. And it is your turn. I will draw 2, shuffle, and draw 4 more.
Alright. Play Graft. Got him.
Got me.
Alright. Well. 3-2's not bad.
Yeah, that's respectable. I don't know how this deck would be Confage. Like, I feel like that draw right there wouldn't do it, right?
No, yeah, I don't think there's very few draws. Confage also has to draw bad. To be clear, Confage also has to draw bad.
Right. We're assuming Confage does not win the game on turn 3.
And not even like middling. It has to draw bad,
yeah.
I think it has a matchup. That's the thing about Confage. I think it has that kind of matchup against 85% of Keyforge decks.
Right.
Like, if you don't have ways to disrupt
if it's not like an upper tier deck.
Yeah.
Because unlike a lot of decks that feel like they're unwinnable.
And I don't know what really Dark Tidings as a set does against it.
I don't know. But Worlds Collide is very clear, right? You have Infernus. And Mass Mutation, same thing. You've got Infernuses, you've got Mark of Dis, you've got a lot of like stuff against the deck like Confage that can like force it into bad matchups. Yeah, Mirvagig. I think it acquitted itself.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, I think
it's got some really, really bursty plays. Yeah. And it had to hold back a lot against these decks.
Yeah.
Because almost all these decks have Scaling Amber Control.
Right. Which is why we put them in there. But I don't think you go to a Vault Tour without having Scaling Amber Control in your deck, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you've got one doorstep to heaven, that is your insurance against...
Then again, you have all these Mass Mutation decks do well, and they don't have TMTB.
Yeah, well, it's because they're fast.
They're fast,
right?
Fast.
It feels like Dark Tidings had a similar design philosophy to Mass Mutation, where it's like, we're gonna build in like a weakness into the set, but then they forgot to like compensate for it, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
right?
It does.
In Mass Mutations, the decks are just like so efficient, and you get a lot of value for just playing the cards in your deck through the bonus pips, right? You're just playing a card and getting an effect, and it's like effects in previous sets that, like, in terms of redress, right? 1 Amber Pip, capture 2 onto a creature, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can have a creature that's like enhanced and Mass Mutations.
That is terms of redress.
That is just like, it has an Amber Pip on it and 2 capture icons, you know? So it's like cards that were like single cards that existed before in Mass Mutations. It's like, that's just stapled on to something that's already like a fine card.
In Dark Tidings with the Tide, it's like sometimes you don't get those effects.
Yeah.
Right?
You have cards that have like negative effects on them. Now I think this deck is like shows like what a good balance does. Because you've got, one, the ability to like, no matter what turn you're on a Logos turn, on a Star Alliance turn, being able to like play cards from the other houses give you that that awesome ability to you can play Eddie during a Star Alliance turn. You can play Chelonia during a Logos turn and play a bunch of other stuff. So there's like this. It feels like that showy pianomanship where somebody's like running up and down the keys, and that's like Mirvagig. It's just like playing really fast up and down the houses, and honestly, that feels like some of the Mass Mutation decks, right?
Yeah.
That were so fast. And like I think this is an example of where like everything in Dark Tidings is like clicking together. And we've seen,
it's no coincidence that Star Alliance Untamed and Logos too.
Right. But as we've seen in other Dark Tiding decks, the alchemy of cards isn't quite exact enough so that is the norm. So I don't know. There you go.
Cool. Well, it was a good gauntlet. If you want to see more Keyforge,
we'll be back Sunday night
with our final stretch bracket. Fill out your bracket. It's there. If you type !standings, there's a link there. It's in Discord. I posted it on Reddit. I posted it everywhere. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna at everyone again on Sunday. All right, so be prepared for that.
Get added.
Get at everyone.
Get at.
I don't use the at everyone very often, but when I do, for important
It's like a quarterly thing.
we got to get them bracket predictions in because every 20 predictions.
We're at rookie numbers right now.
20. It's like 22.
Those are rookie numbers. We got to bump that up.
I need y'all to get some predictions in. So fill out a bracket. Doesn't
We
have
used
to.
we used to get like 60 predictions for this kind of thing.
Yeah, but there's still time. We got 4 days.
Yeah.
It's also the most time I think we've had.
Yeah, we did. We have allowed. So if you're one of those people who likes to
You want to get analytical with it.
use snail races, you got the time to do a snail race for every deck to determine the winner.
Yep.
If you if you need to compute astrological signs, you've got extra time.
Very important.
If you give me a second, I'll think of something else that takes a long time.
If you, I don't know. I was gonna compare it to you thinking about things that take a long time. That takes a long time.
If you like to take the amount of time that I like to take on a turn of Keyforge, if you like to be thoughtful and considerate of your actions for yourself and not your opponent's time, you've got that time right now. So there you go.
Okay, join us Sunday.
I know I take a long time on turns. I'm not mad about that. Like
I just naturally go fast.
Yeah,
that's just how my my place. It's always been my play style. I understand that not everyone's like that.
Justin eats fast.
Fast.
Very few of you have had the pleasure of eating at a restaurant with Justin.
Goku.
Everybody will get their food at the same time. Okay, and I don't eat slow, but I like to talk. I like to chat. I like to converse. I'm like halfway through my sandwich. I've got like a good portion of my sides left. My drink is 3/4 full. Justin's food's all gone. When we used to go eat a disgusting amount of wings.
Oh my god!
Justin was just like disassembling wings.
It was cartoonish.
Yeah. It was like insect mouth. it was like Justin had mandibles, like specifically designed in his mouth to take apart chicken wings, and he's just like lays it to his mouth, and all that stuff just goes to work on those chicken wings.
I look around like, y'all are still eating. What's up with that?
Well, it's, the friend of ours that it takes the longest time to eat. He
is thoughtful about eating wings.
Yeah.
He's picking apart every tiny ounce of meat.
He's cracking the bones open and sucking out the marrow. He's taking his time. He's like cleans the wing. It is like
it's disgusting.
Yeah, and everything that can be digested is what he eats. So yeah.
All right. Well.
And so whenever they would both go get wings, Justin is done in 5 minutes.
And I'm watching Sean the rest of the time.
Yeah, and he's just like, "Why aren't you finished? Why aren't you done?"
Thanks for watching. We'll see you Sunday. Goodbye.